So now that Beta Flight 3.2, 3.3, everything else is in full swing, we got BLHELI32 support, development, we got all that cool stuff going on. Now, there's so many different things going on along with that, like different filters and stuff like that that I'm testing, and everybody else is out there doing all this cool stuff. But the one thing I wanted to try was some actual BLHELI32 ESCs. The other cool thing about it is I just wanted to click on this little tab here, you know, where it says DSHOT1200. I wanted to just move that down from 600 to 1200 just to see what it feels like. And it feels pretty good. So anyway, had some Banggood points built up from a couple things that I purchased, and mostly batteries for the Baby Hawk and stuff like that. So I figured, well, if I was going to place an order, why don't I try out some of these Racer Star 32 ESCs? So they're actually pretty good quality. This Racer Star tattoo brand, whatever. Nice 14 gauge wire, nice soldering pads, and silicone wire for the ESC leads, which my Speedix ESCs don't even have. So that was a welcomed addition. Without ripping one of my other quads apart, I figured the best test would be to put it on my 6-inch KONASTY, which has kind of turned into like my test rig because 6-inch has been so tough. But with the development of different props, like these Dow props, and now this DSHOT1200 with these ESCs, I am actually back into loving 6-inch. So I think I'm going to have to rip the RXSR out of here and throw a Crossfire module back in here. Now, upon first use, I am using a CL Racing F4S board built into this quad, and we know that it has issues with certain kind of ESCs. So I did get a death roll upon my first maiden flight with these ESCs. So evidently they generate some kind of noise that the CL Racings don't like. I don't know. I pretty much just cap all of them now anyway, but for some reason I've decided not to do that. But here you go. 25 volt, 330 microfarad caps on each one of these. So let's take a look at the BLHELI32 configurator, which I think this was just updated January 10th was the last one that I used, and it's like firmware 32.3, I think. So let's take a look at that right now. Alright, so let's talk about the BLHELI32 configurator. This is, I believe, the 4th version that was updated on January 10th, and it is version 32.3.02, and it is what I have flashed to my Racer Star ESCs. Pretty familiar looking, like the old configurator, just with a little bit of a different kind of a flair, since there's things like the telemetry and temper protection and all that other stuff that we can set up. So everything's pretty much the same as far as connecting. You just go ahead and connect, plug in a battery, and hit check to check all of your ESCs. And you can see that we get the usual thing as far as everything being synced and what's the slave and everything else. And then you can go in and make all of your different kind of changes. Ramp up power, temperature protection, change your motor direction, demag, motor timing, acceleration, your min and max throttle, center throttle, brake on stop, your beacon delay, all that kind of stuff. So really not a whole lot of new stuff inside there. If you go into this ESC overview page, you can actually read the settings on every ESC all together, so you don't have to kind of click through them one by one. There is an actual motor calibration tab where you can calibrate your motors if you want to, which I actually did before I went ahead and installed them. And that's pretty much it when it comes to the configurator. Real easy. Didn't have any problems flashing any of my ESCs at all. And that's it. So I guess now we'll just go and take a look at them and see how actually everything. Alright, so here we go, testing out these Racer Star BLHELI32 1200 running DSHOT1200. This is on the 6-inch running 5S, and I've been working on tuning this thing quite a bit. The dial props have helped out a lot. I've got rid of pretty much all the oscillations that I could, and I don't know, like, this video looks really good. And the thing about these ESCs is they really just perform great. The only way that I can really explain it is it's like going from maybe Crossfire to S-Bus. I would say maybe the difference between the BLHELI32 and DSHOT1200, it's a noticeable difference for sure. I've flown this rig a lot the past couple months. I've got a couple of videos of it, pretty much all with the same equipment. The only difference is now is just these ESCs, and I am pretty amazed at how it flies. It seems more responsive, it seems crisp, and even the janky old motors sound a little bit better, especially on those punch outs and stuff like that. You can still hear the noise in the motors if you listen really close, but you know, punching out, no desyncs, no issues at all. I just really don't know what else to say. I'm pretty excited about the whole 32-bit technology. I know that these are budget brand 32-bit ESCs, and that, you know, you can get ones with telemetry and everything like that, and I'll probably still sit on the sidelines for a while and just wait and see how the technology develops. But these are definitely staying on this machine for now. I am very happy with their performance and very happy with DSHOT1200. Like I said, it's for real. It is a noticeable difference as far as I can tell. So that's gonna do it, guys. We'll talk to you later.